Hey, good morning again. It's Mr. Bone with the sixth grade essential questions. We are already up to question number 7. And so that is tourism the best option for a country to generate wealth? Well, what do we need to know in order to answer the question? First of all, why would a country rely on tourism? Are there other options? What does that say about their resources? If you're going to be a tourist rich country, does that mean that you don't have any other resources to use? Is that your best resource? And it might say some things about what you have available for options. What are some benefits of using tourism? Where does that money come from? Usually, we hope with tourism, these are people from other countries bringing money with them. So that money is coming from an outside source, which is usually a good thing. If it's internal, does that necessarily help your economy? Yes, you're changing hands with money, and generally that's a good thing. But is it really helping the economy if it's internal tourism? Again, external would mean that it's coming from an outside source, and that generally is a good thing. It's bringing money into your economy. What could be some drawbacks? Well, how consistent is your tourism? One year you might have record numbers of people showing up. The next year, maybe something happens. Maybe you have bad weather. Maybe there's a global political problem. You've got some terrorism or something going on, and people are all of a sudden scared away. So that could be a problem if it's not constant. Does it harm the environment? If you have a bunch of people tramping around in the woods or the rainforest or in your oceans, is that harming the environment? Does it exploit parts of your population? Are you dressing up certain people in indigenous clothing? That means like native clothing. Are you somehow exploiting their history or their identity? That could be a problem. Does perspective affect how you answered this question? In other words, does it make a difference whether people are harming the rainforest or are they overfishing the Great Lakes? We rely on tourism in Michigan a lot. It's our number 2 industry. Do we think about it as it's just as bad to be overfishing the Great Lakes as we generally think it's terrible to be harming the rainforest? So again, we're talking about perspective in the same way we talk about historic perspective. And those are the things you should be thinking about when you're doing your question 7. Again, if you need to do this for your final exam at the end of the year, these would be great things to answer in that exam. And otherwise, I hope this just helps you understand the question and get through this section of the year. Thanks a lot.